the words in activity B. And it says complete the did you know text with the past participle of a verb, one, okay, one of the verbs from the list. Okay, interesting. So first of all, let's correct the verbs you had to use here. Number one, what verb was number one?
Discover.
Discover. Discover or discover or designed?
Discover.
Designed.
Discover.
Discover.
Oh, number
Logo.
one. Number one is designed. It's a logo, right? So number one is designed. Fue diseñado. Okay. Number two is
Es ya entendí.
Invented.
yes, we're here. Okay. So number one was designed. Number two,
Invented.
given.
Given.
She was given a gold ring in the shape of the logo. She was given.
Oh, okay, given.
Okay. Number three,
I see invented.
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 Number three, in this case, yes, it was invented. Number four,
Spent. Oh, opened.
Opened.
okay, good. Opened.
Opened.
Good. Number four, opened. Five,
Found.
shown.
Show.
Yes, shown. With N, right? The participle, shown.
Irregular, no? Irregular participle.
It is exact, yes. Good. Shown. Six,
Played.
Played.
played. Yes. Number six, played. Number seven,
Called.
Called.
gold. Yeah, gold. Number eight,
Used.
Used.
used. Wonderful. Nine,
Discovered.
discovered. And number 10,
Based.
Based.
based. Wonderful. Now we're going to read the text, okay? So we can practice a little bit. So who would like to read, let's see, the first paragraph, because there are four. So first paragraph. Okay, good.
Did you know one of the most famous logos in the world is the Nike logo? It was designed by an American student, Caroline Davidson, in 1971. Ms. Davidson was only paid $35 for her design. However, she was later given a gold ring in the shade of the logo and Nike shirts.
Good. Wonderful. Second paragraph, who continues?
I tip.
Okay, Noelia, good.
Tinet food was invented in 1810 in Britain by Peter Durant. Unfortunately, he did not also invent a thing opened, so things were opened while difficult using a knife and a hammer. It wasn't until nearly 50 years late that the American Esler Warner invented the tin opener.
Okay, good. Invented. Okay, invented. Okay, good. Wonderful. Third paragraph, who reads it?
Me?
Good, Kari, okay.
When people at a toy company, Parker Brothers, were first shown the board game Monopoly, they were not interested. They said it has 52 fundamental errors, including taking too long to play. However, a few days later, the company president saw the game and took it home to try it. He stayed up until 1 a.m. to finish playing it, and the next day he wrote to the inventor, Charles Darrow, and offered to buy it.
Okay, good. Okay, next one. Who reads it?
Hmm?
Hoyan, okay?
The modern game of golf was invented in Scotland in the 18th century. I was originally only played by men and was called golf because of the rule gentlemen, only ladies forbidden. This is how the word golf entered into the English language.
Okay, good. Be
This is so
careful
boring.
with. So, yeah, terrible, right? Only
Terrible.
ladies forbidden.
Terrible.
Horrible. Yeah,
Okay,
indeed. Be careful with gold. Okay, gold. It was number 7. Okay.
And century 18,
Well, what happens with century?
18.
18th.
Okay.
You need to mark the th by the end, right? And with the pronunciation of century, it's okay that you can say the 3 syllables, century, but many people pronounce it century, century. The second syllable kind of disappears, but yeah, the
And,
century.
y
Okay,
para que se entienda, sería gentlemen's only, ladies forbidden, ¿no? Habría que hacer una pausa ahí, ¿puede ser?
gentlemen only, yes, there should be a comma there.
Claro, porque si no, si lo haces de corrido, medio como que no se entiende, ¿no?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
Forbidden.
Yeah, terrible. What is forbidden? Just to revise.
Prohibida.
Exactly. Forbidden, prohibido. Okay, interesting. Let's continue with Botox. So who's going to read it?
Me.
Okay, Juan. Good.
Okay. Botox was first used in 1985 to correct
Strabismus.
strabismus lacy in children. The possibility of using that to make people's faces look younger was only discovered 20 years later.
Okay, good. Also, again, very interesting. Now it's only for cosmetic procedures. Okay, last paragraph. Who's going
Me.
to read it? Okay, Sebastian, good.
The character Gregory House in the hit TV series House MD is based of Conan Doyle detective Sherlock Holmes. Like Holmes, House uses his intelligence and curiosity and psychology to solve case. Howe's relationship with his friend Dr. James Wilson is similar to that between Holmes and his friend Dr. John Watson, and the address and his driving license in 2021 Bake ST directs reference on home address.
Okay, Holmes' address. Holmes' address.
Home's address.
We respect BS. Okay, nice. Interesting facts, right, about this. Before we continue, I want to show you a video. Okay, so give me one moment. I want to show you.
Pronounce these brand names. The check mark, Nike. Okay, we say Nike. US says Nike. Europe and Spain and everywhere they say Nike. Why? Just don't pronounce the A. I don't know. Where did it originate? Isn't it a US brand? It's a US brand. It originated in Oregon. So why are they saying that it's Nike? Because they're idiots. I'm kidding. You're not idiots. They just like fooling and messing with us. They're like, oh, it's football, not soccer. What about this one? Aeropostale. I say Aeropostale. Aeropostale. I say Aeropostale. I say Aeropostale. It's Aeropostale. Is it? Who said this? My girlfriend said this is what people overseas apparently say. This is but the Aeropostale is an American company. But I think it's Aeropostale. And I looked it up and I Googled it and it said Aeropostale, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think it's that ridiculous. What about this one? Adidas. Adidas. I say Adidas. Yeah, I say Adidas. All day I dream about sports. Americans say Adidas. No, like Adidas. Adidas. Sorry, they say Adidas. Had an accent. Sorry, I don't know what I was doing. We say Adidas. Yes. Germans, they don't stress the syllable, so it's Adidas. Okay. That one was a little more close. Adidas. I don't know what I'm talking about. How do you pronounce?
Is the word and the pronunciation is British and English.
Right. So they are making the difference, right? For example, what happens with Nike? It's an American brand, Nike, but it's true that in Europe they say Nike, right? So American people.
And here it's Nike.
And we use the same.
Is Nike. It's Nike.
Exactly. So again, here, for example, in Argentina we say Nike. In Europe they use Nike as well, but the brand was founded and created in the US, and they say Nike. And that's about how it was originated, the brand. And the same, well, Adidas is the same, right? Adidas, that's the pronunciation. But this is something to pay attention to. For example, let me show you the brand and then you tell me how you would pronounce it, okay? Let's see who knows it. See. Well, I'm not going to buy it, but for example, how would you pronounce this brand?
Palmolive.
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 Close enough. Palmolive.
Palmolive. Okay.
Right. So this is something to pay attention to, right? That many brands and brands we use are American. Sometimes they're from overseas, but mainly some of them are American. And we have to pay attention to how to pronounce them, okay? Again, if we are using English, for example, in this class, or if you're traveling, right, or studying, Palmolive.
Porque será dos aceites entonces, aceite de palma y de oliva, el origen.
I think that the origin was about oils, yes. I think so. I haven't researched it, but I think it is. Palm and oil, and olive, yeah. So Palmolive. Well, again, things to pay attention to. And talking about paying attention to things, we have activity 4 that I want to work with activity 4C, right? It says, how is ed pronounced in these past participles? Put them in the right column. So this is to practice, okay? Remember that ed at the very end of the verbs, but well, adjectives could also end in ed. But well, when we have the ending with ed, there are different ways to pronounce it, remember? No?
Yes.
Well, Kelly remembers.
Sometimes it is AD and sometimes it's D.
Exactly. Okay, wait. Let's refresh our memory. Okay. So there are 3 ways of pronouncing these words, right? So if the ending sound of the infinitive is T or D, the sound. Y acá hago una pausa. Recuerden que estamos hablando de sonidos, más allá de que sí sea la letra T o D, tiene que ver con sonidos esto. So T and D, right? So want and need, okay? In those cases, the pronunciation is id, wanted, needed. Now, if the last sound is a voiceless sound, voiceless means that there is no vibration of the vocal cords, okay? So we have sounds like p or k or sh or ch. Those are voiceless. In those cases, the ending is t. So helped, looked, washed, okay? It's a t sound at the very end. And the last case is the one where the ending, the last sound of the infinitive, the last sound is voiced. Voiced means that there is a vibration, okay? So what are these sounds or letters? In this case, we have L, right? L, okay?
Claro.
Na, R,
Claro.
okay? If you are confused about this, you can place your hand on your throat, okay? And you can feel how the vibration happens when you try to make one of these sounds. See? Let's see. If you say coal, the last sound is L, right? The L. L makes a vibration in your throat. That is why we said it's voiced. In those cases, the past or past participle of the verb sounds with a d, cold, cleaned, offered. Okay? Yes? No? So? Cecilia?
Yes, yes.
It's clear.
It's clear? Okay, good. So, having this into consideration, we're going to go to activity 4. So, activity 4C, it says, how is it pronounced in these past participles? Put them in the right column. Okay, so you have to classify these words. All right?
4.40 Dog D Called Designed Discovered Used
Tie T Based Produced
Id Created Directed Invented Painted
All right, questions? No, nothing? It was clear?
Profe,
Yeah.
cuando lo dice separado entiendo la diferencia, pero escuchando las palabras escucho al final todo igual. La D y T.
Yeah. In a conversation,
Very similar.
yes, there's no difference in a conversation. What is important in a conversation is that you're saying talked and not talked, okay? That's the thing here. If you say call, you say called and not call it. That's what's important. Yes, in a conversation, they're going to sound very similar, okay? But well, so we had tie, the little t was only 2 words were here. We had based and produced, only those 2. And then with id, we had created, directed, invented, and painted. And the rest in dog, right? So those were the words. Now, we're going to have a little dictation, okay? So I need you to have a pen and a piece of paper. Because you're going to write some sentences, okay? As always, I'm going to play it twice, okay? So you can listen to this more than once, but have a pen and a piece of paper at hand. All right.
4.41. 1.
The washing machine was invented in the USA.
2. These photos were taken with an iPhone. 3.
This wine is produced near here.
4. Who was the film directed by? 5.
Who were those pictures painted by?
6. The cash machine wasn't invented until 1967.
All right. So let's see. What about number 1?
The washing machine is invented in USA.
Was invented in the
Oh,
USA.
good. The washing machine was
Was
invented
in the USA.
in the USA. Okay, if you see a typo, tell me. Good. Number 2, these
Photo was
Photos
taken
taken
with an iPhone.
with an iPhone.
Were taken an iPhone.
were taken with an
Yeah.
iPhone.
I with iPhone.
With an iPhone. Good.
Yeah.
Next, 3,
This
these
wine producer near
One is
here.
produced.
is produced near,
Produced
Near
near,
here.
near here.
near here.
Y la 4 y la 5 yo no entendí nada, profe. Esas no
Now,
entendí
one,
directamente.
Is
Who is
okay,
the film created
who
by?
is the film?
who was the
Who
film?
Who was
The film. Mhm.
the
Who
film
was
directed?
the film directed by? Okay. And
the
5,
other, who's the
Who is those
Picture,
pictures played by?
picture.
somehow you listen to everything in the present. you're, you're hearing all the verbs in the present. This was in the past, so who,
Where?
where,
Where?
who were those
This
Those pictures
picture,
pictures?
those
painted by.
Who were those pictures? Pictures, pictures painted
Painted,
by.
painted by.
And number 6, the cash
The cash
The
machine
machine was invented
invented
in
invented in
1967.
1975.
1967.
in
67.
1967.
Yeah.
Wasn't invented
Wasn't.
until
Cash machine was,
Okay.
okay, good, negative, wasn't invented
until until 90,
Until
until,
19.
good, until 1967. Excellent.
67.
Okay, wonderful. So we're going to listen to this one more time so you double check everything. Okay,
Okay.
and then we'll continue.
4.41. 1.
The washing machine was invented in the USA.
2. These photos were taken with an iPhone. 3.
This wine is produced near here.
4. was the film directed by?
5,
Who were those pictures painted by?
6,
The cash machine wasn't invented until 1967.
Okay, better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit better?
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. So we can continue. No, we're not continuing. We have to check homework. Passive voice, remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
No, Gary only remember. Or Elizabeth was. They only remember about homework.
Three A, no? 3A?
3A and the extra practice material.
The extra practice, yes.
Okay, let's see. Extra material, passive voice. This one here. Okay, here. Okay, so the passive. You had to finish actually sentences. We did 6 to 10, or was it? I have to check that. I think it was 6 to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 here. Zoom in. There. Okay, so number 6, it says Sam will fix the roof. So should be
The roof
The room will be fixed by Sam.
Will be fixed by Sam. Yep. Number 7, Cherry Lane launched the new menswear line.
The new menswear line was launched by
Cherry Lane.
Was launched by Cherry. Yeah, wonderful. Number 8, Claire designed the red dress.
The red dress was designed by Claire.
By Claire. There. Number 9, the clown will entertain the children.
The children will be entertained by the clown.
What did I touch? Okay, the children will
be
entertained by the clown. And number 10,
the picture
the puncture.
has been mended. The puncture.
Puncture will be mended. No, will no, not
No.
has been mended. It is optional by him.
By him.
Yeah, that is optional, but it's correct. Okay, wonderful. Now, questions so far?
Es más complejo con el present perfect.
Yes, it is. Okay. Now, we're going to do activity 4. This is from the same material, okay? Same material, activity 4, that's here. It says, use the prompts to make sentences in the passive as in the example. So you're given the theory. You're given the information, okay? The ironing shares Susan and David. So the ironing is shared by Susan and David. It's in the present, because if we talk about ironing, that is a regular action, right? Has to do with routines, and routines is the present simple. So the ironing is shared by them. Number 2, it says the house clean, and it says next weekend. So this is present, past, or future?
Future.
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 Good. Number 3, it says last Tuesday.
Past.
Past.
That's the past. Number 4, it says just.
Present.
Present perfect here.
Okay.
Okay.
Present.
The same in number 5 with yet. Okay. These are from the present perfect. Number 6, it says tomorrow, so
Future.
future. Already.
Present.
Present perfect. And then it says every night. Every night. Not perfect.
Routine.
Simple.
A routine, present simple. Okay, not number 8, present simple. Okay, so you have to, again, write the sentence in the passive form, paying attention to the verbs. Okay? Yes? No?
Number 5. Number 5. Present perfect.
Simple.
Number 5 is present perfect.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so I will give you activity 4. Number 2, yeah. The house clean next weekend. Passive. The house.
The house will be cleaned.
Will be cleaned.
Next weekend.
Yes. Good. Number 3.
The fence was painted last Tuesday.
Fence was painted
last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesday.
Number 4. The invitations.
Was just sent.
The invitations.
Where?
How?
Just
Has been sent.
Just
have been.
Have just
Been sent.
been sent.
Just
Been sent.
Been sent.
Okay, number 5. The stolen painting. The stolen
Painting hasn't been found yet.
Hasn't been
Hasn't. Oh, la estoy
found
tuiteando, cuidado.
with the auxiliaries, you see?
Yes.
Okay, number 6. The clothes
will be washed
Will
tomorrow.
be
washed. Will be washed.
what have
Wait, the clothes will be washed tomorrow.
tomorrow. See. Yes.
And 7. The doctor
Has
already
already been called.
Good. There was an 8. Number 8. The washing up.
Yes, zombie.
By.
Yes.
Don't buy. See. Doesn't
Tony.
every night.
The washing up is done by Joseph
Every night.
Yes.
Profe, no entiendo la diferencia del just, yet, already. ¿Cuándo se usa? Me confundo.
Okay, one moment. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find just a simple picture to show you. Oh, the quality is terrible. Let's see. Well, I have, okay, let's use this one. And this is in Spanish, so it's even better. So, already, right? When something happened before we expected it to happen, right? We have already had our breakfast. Ya desayunamos. The action has finished, okay? So already is something that has happened before the time you expected it to happen. Yet is something that we use in negative sentences. We are referring to something that hasn't happened yet, okay? And usually it is used in negative sentences and in questions, yet, not in affirmative ones. And then just is an action that has just happened, so in the moment, right? Right now. I have just spoke on the phone with my mother a few minutes ago. Yes. In the case of already and just, they go before the main verb. Main verb, okay? Y esto lo digo en español. Acuérdense que es el verbo principal, no el auxiliar. Entonces, just y already van a estar siempre antes del verbo principal. O van a quedar entre el auxiliar y el verbo en las oraciones del presente perfecto. ¿Okay? Yet siempre va a ir al final. Let's see if I have another one. No, the rest are the same. No, the rest are the same. Okay, is it better? ¿Se siguió con estos ejemplos?
Para practicarlo.
Para practicarlo. Recuerden que esto es del presente perfecto.
A ver, revisarlo.
¿Sí? Estas estructuras de already, yet and just son del presente perfecto, no de otro tiempo verbal, son solo del presente perfecto. ¿Sí? Ya que estamos, recuerden que el pasado simple son acciones que finalizaron. Y usualmente a veces se lo compara con el presente perfecto, que el presente perfecto es cuando nos enfocamos en el resultado de algo que se hizo. ¿Sí? Si yo digo, I wrote a book a year ago, yo escribí un libro hace un año, es una acción finalizada. Yo lo escribí hace un año que escribí ese libro, ya lo terminé, fue hace un año. Presente perfecto es que si yo dijese, I have written a book, yo he escrito un libro, no menciono cuándo sucedió, pero ustedes ven no sé, supónganse que tengo justo una copia impresa en la mano. Ustedes ven el resultado, que es el libro ya impreso, que está divino, pero la acción fue del pasado, porque yo hace un año que escribí ese libro, pero ustedes en el presente ven el resultado de eso que yo hice. Entonces, el presente perfecto no marca cuándo sucedió una acción, y como no marca cuándo suceden las cosas, usa estos adverbios. Usa already, usa yet, usa just. ¿sí? Para dar
Ok.
un margen de, bueno, acaba de suceder o recientemente sucedió o todavía no sucedió.
Todavía
Aún
no
no.
lo vi.
Ujú.
Esto lo vimos el año pasado, ¿no, profe? Igual.
Sí, presente perfecto es de nivel 4, creo.
Sí.
No me acuerdo si en el 5 se lo compara o no me acuerdo de eso, pero en nivel 4 seguro, presente perfecto. Pero bueno, como les decía, vieron que todo se va reciclando y aparece voz pasiva y voz pasiva es para que trabajen con otros tiempos verbales que ya vieron y bueno, pasa esto, hay que ir refrescando la memoria. ¿Sí? Ok, bueno, de vuelta, en cuanto alguno se pierda, avise, ¿sí? Porque prefiero repasar y prefiero justamente que tengan la memoria activa así en vez de avanzar y que se mareen más. Entonces, si
Yo
surgen
como que
dudas,
no
me van
me queda
diciendo.
claro, yet, por ejemplo, ahí está en una pregunta, no sé, o sea, dice cuando algo que esperamos no ha ocurrido, pero es como está en forma de pregunta y no se sabe si ocurrió o no.
Claro, porque querés averiguarlo en realidad.
Ah, es
Yet,
como se puede usar para como una negación o cuando uno quiere saber en forma de
exacto.
pregunta. Ah,
Sí,
está bien.
por ejemplo, con una actividad que estamos haciendo y yo les pregunto, ¿have you finished? O ¿have you finished yet? Que la pregunta solamente se hace así más informalmente.
Ah,
Tiene que ver con esto. ¿Ya han terminado o no? ¿O todavía no? Apunta a eso. El
claro,
yet es aún, ¿sí? Aún. Pero se
claro.
usa
Es como
solo.
más, se usa más en pregunta, yet, ¿no?
Y negación. O sea, en negación
Claro,
estás diciendo, bueno, aún no pasó esto. Lo estás afirmando en
claro,
realidad con la negación. Y en la pregunta es para saber si ya se hizo, justamente porque no sabes.
claro.
Por ejemplo, a ver, otra pregunta. Have you studied for the exam yet? Yo siempre así bien temática. Si yo quisiera saber esto, decir, ¿han estado estudiando? Have you been studying for the exam or not? Have you studied yet? Ese yet que estoy indicando es porque yo espero que ustedes estén repasando, pero no lo sé. Entonces, quiero corroboración ahí. ¿Sí?
Okay. Y no se puede decir, por ejemplo, has the post arrived already en la pregunta.
Gramaticalmente hablando, no. Por un tema, de
Claro,
vuelta, already y just son de oraciones afirmativas, el yet en la negación en la pregunta. Pero, es lo que les digo, gramaticalmente, por regla, no lo usaríamos. Pero
claro.
no quita que lo puedas llegar a escuchar o que si lo usás, te lo respondan como una oración y pase como que está bien porque tiene sentido.
Okay,
Entonces, acuérdense siempre es la doble vara, ¿no? De lo que es dentro del
claro.
salón y fuera del salón. Bien, ¿alguna otra consulta? ¿Algo para comentar estos temas?
No, profe.
No, ya los traumaticé suficiente.
Estoy perdida.
Perdida. Lo que. Bien, lo que les voy a enviar entonces.
Tendría que repasar en español para poderlo entender en inglés. Eso es lo que me pasa.
El tema es que tenemos acá varios tiempos verbales.
Claro.
¿Sí? No son uno o dos, son tres o cuatro. Entonces, eso es lo que pasa. Lo que. Sí, Fabián, ¿ibas a decir algo?
Claro.
Exactamente, porque estamos trabajando no con un solo tiempo verbal. Estamos viendo una estructura que se utiliza con todos los tiempos verbales. Y nosotros estamos eligiendo 4 o 5 tiempos verbales, pero en realidad se puede usar el voz pasiva con los que restan, ¿sí?
Ajá.
Que todavía no lo vamos a ver, eso queda para más adelante. Ahora nos quedamos con estos 4 o 5 tiempos. Pero bueno, eso quiere decir que lo que hay que repasar es presente simple, futuro simple, el uso de will, pasado simple y presente perfecto, que son los 4 tiempos que estamos ahora como reviendo con esto de la voz pasiva. ¿Sí?
Pero, profe, ¿cómo era entonces? Pero esto va en tiempo, pasando de un tiempo a otro tiempo. Es así la voz pasiva. Si yo tengo en presente, o sea, si el verbo está en pasado.
La voz pasiva no cambia. Para.
Sí,
La
de
voz
vuelta.
pasiva.
Un resumen general, a ver.
La voz pasiva mantiene el mismo tiempo verbal.
Sí.
Para la voz pasiva no le interesa cambiar tiempos.
Ok.
Lo que hace voz pasiva es
Cambia el sujeto, ¿no?
enfocarse en lo que importa. Una oración
Sí.
común y corriente, la importancia está en quién hace la acción. Pepito
Sí.
fue al supermercado. Bueno, Pepito es el que hizo todo eso. En voz
Sí.
pasiva, a mí me interesa saber qué es lo que hizo él. Entonces yo digo, Pepito compró hamburguesas. Voy a decir, bueno, las hamburguesas fueron compradas por Pepito.
Ok.
Entonces, en voz pasiva me interesa qué se hizo. Y por eso cambio de lugar las cosas. Me interesa que el primer lugar, lo que es importante en la oración, lo ocupe la acción, el objeto en realidad, lo que
Sí,
se
sí,
hizo.
sí. Esa parte sí.
Entonces, yo no estoy queriendo cambiar la oración, yo lo que quiero es cambiar el foco. Entonces, el tiempo verbal es el mismo. Si estoy en presente, voz pasiva va a ser en presente. Si estoy en futuro, voz pasiva va a ser en futuro.
Esa es la parte que necesitaba que me quede claro.
Claro, el tiempo verbal no cambia. El problema es que voz pasiva requiere que vos uses el verbo to be más un participio.
Ahí está, eso. To be más un participio.
Y el participio es el de la oración original, porque tampoco es que cambie el verbo.
Sí.
Pero tengo que tener en cuenta que, y ahí vamos al cuadrito que estaba al principio de los ejercicios que hicimos. Si yo tengo en estos ejercicios en presente simple, digo que él alimenta al perro, ¿no? Entonces, a mí me interesa saber que el perro es alimentado por él 2 veces al día. En el presente y en el pasado no hay problemas, porque si está en presente, el verbo to be está en presente y el otro verbo está... Bueno, el verbo to be está en presente y el verbo que sigue, que es el principal de la oración, que es feed, va a estar en participio.
La tercera columna, bien.
Exacto. Pasado simple es lo mismo, nada más que el verbo to be, para respetar la oración original, está en pasado. Entonces acá es was. El problema viene con los tiempos compuestos, presente perfecto y el futuro. Porque en el presente perfecto yo no puedo deshacerme del has o del have. No puedo borrar esos verbos. Entonces se mantienen en voz pasiva. Tengo que fijarme cuál es mi nuevo sujeto, ¿no? Quizás supongamos que la oración es él ha alimentado a los perros y perros será plural. Entonces los perros, y en vez de ser has, sería have. Exacto. Porque me cambió, claro, porque me cambió el sujeto. Eso cambiaría, pero mantengo el have, ¿sí? O el has en este caso, lo mantengo. Como mantengo este verbo auxiliar, cuando yo uso la regla de voz pasiva de verbo to be más participio, ese verbo to be se ve afectado por el has que yo ya dejé. Entonces, por eso queda en been el verbo. ¿Sí? Porque se conjuga como si fuese parte del presente perfecto. Has been.
Sí.
Pero me sigue quedando suelto el participio de la voz pasiva, que es la regla. Entonces tengo que ahí agregar el verbo original de la oración, que es fed. Que se mantiene igual porque, bueno, el pasado simple del participio es el mismo.
Sí.
Y lo mismo pasa con will. No puedo deshacerme de will. Entonces dejo el will. Por regla de voz pasiva tengo que usar el verbo to be. Como está al lado de will, queda igual, porque siempre después de will el verbo queda en infinitivo. Así que will be. Y recién ahí termino con el participio que me pide voz pasiva, que es de vuelta fed.
Ok. Muchas gracias.
De nada.
¿Este cuadrito lo vas a poner en la plataforma, Clau?
Está en el material.
Ah.
Está todo.
En el material.
Es una...
Claro, dice extra material de la clase anterior.
Sí.
Y ahí está, son 4 o 5 hojitas. Sí. Es la primera, este cuadrito es el de la primera.
Voy a volver a ver.
O sea, tenemos que enfocarnos en esa estructura.
Siempre es la misma. Lo que tiene de bueno es que siempre va a ser will be y siempre va a ser have o has been.
Sí.
Eso no va a cambiar con estos tiempos. El participio, bueno, tiene después que ir viéndose dependiendo del verbo. ¿Sí? Pero bueno,
tengo más acceso ahora a la compu. Así que por eso. Sí, ya volví, por suerte.
Más tranquila. O no, pero bueno.
Por lo menos tengo el libro, que no lo tenía. Estaba más perdida.
Sí, parece que no,
y
pero
ya, profe, y después ya en la segunda parte no necesariamente la persona que ejecutaba, ¿no? La acción hay que colocarla.
Si la
ya
persona,
como que pasa a otro plano.
Si es un pronombre, es lo que decía, es opcional, no es necesario poner him, her, it.
Claro.
Pero si la persona que lo hizo es, no sé, por ejemplo, debajo, ¿no? Que tiene el ejemplo, el otro cuadrito que dice Susan made a cake. A cake was made by Susan. Bueno, como
Claro.
Susan es la que hizo la torta, no es cualquier persona, sino que es ella, respeto a Susan en la oración.
Claro.
Porque
Claro,
tengo el nombre
está
de la
bien
persona.
específico. Claro.
O si fuese, no sé, the president. Bueno, mantenés ese sujeto, no, lo cambias de lugar, ¿no? Obviamente, pero lo mantenés
Claro.
porque no lo hizo cualquier persona, sino el presidente.
Ok.
Pero si aparece un pronombre, sí, no es necesario que... Con los pronombres no es necesario que hagan el traspaso.
Perfecto.
Ok.
Bien. ¿Hay algo más que haya que revisar de esto?
No.
No.
Practicarlo, digamos.
Por ahora.
To practice it.
Repasarlo y practicarlo, sí.
Ok. Topic 8.
28.
Yes. School subjects. Okay, school subjects. What is a subject?
Objetivo.
Materias.
Materia.
Okay. Talking about
Materias
school. Yeah, talking
escolares.
about school, subjects are las materias. When we're talking
Ah.
about school, because subjects could be sujeto as well,
Sujeto.
right? But in this case, we're talking about school. So yes, it's materias. So we have a list here, right? Subject. We have art, foreign languages, geography, history, IT, right? Literature, maths, PE, physical education. And then it says science, physics, chemistry, and biology.
Biology.
Yeah. And then it says behavior because this is a report card, right? So this is the boletín for us, report card. And it says, exactly, behavior. It says lazy and untidy. What is lazy?
Perezoso.
Perezoso, vago, poor child. So lazy and untidy. Desordenado. And talks a lot in class.
Habla mucho inglés.
Exactly. So that is a report, a wonderful report. And then in marks, what is a mark?
Las notas.
Las notas, marks, right? So have the percentages there, but you see that some are a little low. Now, next to each subject, you have a square, a blank square, to match the subject to the picture, okay? So I will give you 1 minute to match subjects and pictures. So, what about art? What number?
Number 8.
8.
Yes, and foreign languages?
4.
Geography?
6.
Good. History?
1.
1.
IT?
5.
5. Literature?
9.
9.
9.
Good. Maths?
3.
3.
3. PE?
2.
And science?
7.
Wonderful. Now, below there is a question. Let's see. Here. It says, did you have any other subjects at primary or secondary school? Which subjects were you? And it says, good at, okay at, or bad at. Each time we want to mention how good or how bad we are at something, we use the structure good at, bad at, with that preposition, okay? For example, I am good at PE, and I'm bad at literature, okay? So, can you think of school subjects if you were good at or bad at something?
I always be good in geography and very bad at math.
And
always is. left behind every steps in the high school.
In high school. Well, you
Yeah.
can say, for example, I have always been good at geography.
Okay.
Use the present perfect there because you still are good at geography, for example.
Yeah.
So, okay, good. Anyone else?
I was very
Sorry, no.
I was very good at math and was very bad at English.
Look at that, interesting. And Juan?
I am good in maths, but I am bad in science.
At science, okay.
It's very
Look at that.
complicated science.
Yes, I was always bad at chemistry. Chemistry is my Achilles heel. Okay, good. Anyone else?
I was very good at many subjects, but I was bad at PE.
At PE.
Oh,
Okay, look at that. It happens. Okay, good. Anyone else? No other comment. Okay, well, we have to continue with activity 2. It says used to. When you were at school, did you get a report at the end of every term or year? Were they usually good or bad? Did you always show them to your parents? So, your report cards,
Yeah.
did you show them? Did you show the report actually to your parents?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I think I have never hidden my report card. Okay. Were they usually good or bad?
Good.
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 Yeah,
They
good.
usually was good.
It was good. Okay. Good. Okay, excellent. You are good students. Okay. Now, activity B, we have some, it says read some extracts from Could Do Better, a collection of famous British people's school reports. Are the comments positive or negative? Right? So, who would like to read the first one? About Kenneth.
Me.
Okay. Elizabeth?
She must try to be less emotional with others. Princess Diana, mother of Princes William and Harry.
Okay. Well, is it positive or negative, this report?
It's sometimes positive
Positive.
for big decisions who have to decide this or take it calm and the moment. It's good who needs positivity.
You think it's possible to tell someone to be less emotional? Well, maybe, right? To regulate her emotions.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, all right. Good. Who reads Ken Follett? The one that is
Me.
right about it. Andrea? Okay.
Yes. Kenneth reads well and expresses himself well, and is good at arithmetic,
Arithmetic.
arithmetic, but everything he does is spoiled by his attitude and his bad behavior.
Okay, good. So here it says everything he does is spoiled. What is to be spoiled or to spoil something?
Spoilear.
Spoilear? Arruinar. To be spoiled by his attitude. So positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Negative. To say that everything he does is spoiled by his attitudes. That's rather negative. Okay, good. Next one, Winston Churchill. Who reads it?
Me.
Okay, Juan.
Okay. Constantly late for school and always losing his books and papers.
Good. The British politician. So, positive or negative?
Negative.
For me,
Rather negative, right? He's always losing his things. Ah, that's rather negative. Okay, then we have John Lennon's card. So, who reads it?
He's a clown in class and wastes other pupils' time.
Wastes. Wastes.
Wastes.
What is a waste? Yeah, what is it?
pérdida. Desaparecía
Pérdida.
perder el tiempo.
Exacto. Es un payaso que le hace perder el tiempo al resto. John Lennon, imagine.
Yeah.
And the last one, subject English. Okay, who reads it? And who reads it? Come on, how about Helen?
Me?
Okay.
Me?
Daddy?
Helen must learn not to use such flowery language. Flowery.
Flowery. Yeah, what is a flowery language?
Floreado, barroco.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sí.
Too wordy. Lleno de palabras. Yeah, exactly.
Rebuscado.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flowery, you see. Sounds positive, right? A flowery language, but
Yes.
it's not.
Positive.
Yes.
She is brighter in for an adult, just and kind of positive for me.
Positive. The thing that flowery language, when you say flowery, you're talking about someone who uses many words, right? So
Many
it's
words,
like a,
but not counted. Maybe. No?
the thing is, it's not direct. If you are using a flowery language, you are not being direct. It's like you are.
Okay.
What you are saying is elaborate, is ornated, como ornamentado. Alguien dijo barroco por ahí que se acercó bastante con esto de barroco.
Sí.
Right? You're using too many words to say something, which is wonderful for literature or if you like writing poetry, that's wonderful. But if you are in a subject that needs to be more specific or direct,
or explain something.
It's true, yes.
Con muchas metáforas, con muchas
Exactly.
que hacen los literatos, ¿no?
Think about flower. Está adornado, flores. Está adornado ese discurso. So that's the thing. Okay, good. Now, we have a little activity on page 79 that says, read the extracts again and match people to sentences 1 to 5 like, KF, JL, P, W, C, or HF according to the person, right? So, for example, who didn't used to get to school on time? Who was always late?
Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill. So, W, C. Yeah.
Claro.
Okay.
Churchill.
And then activity D, it says, look at sentences 1 to 5 again, thus used to, refer to, and you have to complete that. So I will give you, again, 2 minutes, and we check it. It's Winston Churchill. Then, who used to make the other children laugh?
John
Lennon.
Good, it was John Lennon. Good. Okay, then we have here. Who was clever but didn't used to behave well? Good. And then who used to use very complicated vocabulary?
Helen.
Helen, good. And who used to cry a lot at school?
Princess Diana.
Princess Diana. Okay, excellent. Then activity D, it says, look at sentences 1 to 5. Thus, used to refer to the present or the past. Used to. The past. Yeah, the past. And then it says refers to things that happened once or things that happened repeatedly in the past.
Repeatedly.
Exactly. Things that happened repeatedly in the past. So, grammar's bang.
And used to. When I was a child, I used to play in the street. My brother used to have very long hair. This is positive. And negative, children didn't used to watch much TV when my father was young. My daughter didn't used to like vegetables, but now she loves them. An interrogative, did you used to wear a uniform at school? Yes, I did. Did you used to like your teachers? No, we didn't.
And the theory?
Used to, didn't used to, plus verb to talk about things that happened repeatedly or were true for a long period of time in the past, but are usually not true now.
For example.
For example, things that happened when you were a child. Used to, didn't used to is the same for all person. Instead of used to, you can use the past simple with an adverb of frequency. When I was a child, I often played in the street.
All right, excellent. Thank you. So, used to. Used to in Spanish is similar to saying solía. Exactly. Solía ser. So, I used to play in the street. Yo solía jugar en la calle. I used to have very long hair. Solía tener cabello muy largo. Didn't used to is el no solía. Okay, it's the negative, right? Didn't used to. Remember that when we use didn't, the verb goes in the infinitive. Esta es una realidad para recordar. Siempre que estaba el auxiliar didn't, el verbo no se conjugaba, ¿sí? Quedaba en el infinitivo en realidad, su forma infinitiva. And questions, did you used to? ¿Okay? Misma estructura que las preguntas en pasado simple, pero respetando used to como estructura para el si solías o no hacer algo. So, it says, this is things that happened repeatedly or were true for a long period of time. Lo usamos para acciones que repetidas, sí, que repetidamente sucedían o que son verdad que se extendían en un cierto periodo de tiempo. ¿Okay? Pero ya no suceden. O sea, es algo que ya no hacemos. ¿Okay? Used to and didn't used to is the same for all persons. O sea que I, you, he, she, they, no importa el sujeto, la estructura es la misma. Okay? And we can use used to with adverbs of frequency. Podemos usar los adverbios de frecuencia del presente simple con esta estructura. ¿Sí? I always used to go to whatever. I often played in the street. Entonces podemos reemplazar, ¿sí?, el used to por un adverbio, porque justamente tiene que ver con acciones repetidas, ¿sí?, que solíamos hacer. Entonces, often, always, usually, sometimes. Se puede aceptar que se usen estas oraciones en el tiempo pasado para hacer referencia a lo que se solía hacer, ¿sí? Y si no, usar used to, ¿ok? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Ok.
Okay.
Bien, y tienen un cuadrito para justamente aclarar esto. Used to or usually. ¿Qué pasa con usually específicamente? Used to only exists in the past. Used to es una estructura que solo existe para el pasado. For habits in the present are used usually and present simple. Esto es simplemente para recordar, ¿sí?, que los adverbios de frecuencia, always, usually, sometimes, los podemos usar en el presente y debemos en realidad usarlos en el presente y en el presente simple, pero tenemos esta excepción de que se pueden usar en el pasado para reemplazar a used to. Used to es solo una estructura del pasado, no puede usarse en el presente. ¿Sí? Esa es la diferencia, para tener en cuenta. Que los adverbios son un poquito flexibles, la estructura used to no. ¿Ok?
No.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Let's do some activities. Page 145. Okay, 10b. It says, look at how John has changed. Write 5 sentences about how he was in the past. Tienen la fotito, in the past and now. Y tienen el cierre de oraciones, pero tienen que escribir cómo él era, cómo solía ser. Okay, with used to. And B, make sentences with used to and didn't used to or did you used to according to what it is asked. Fíjense que cada oración tienen el símbolo, ¿ok? Okay,
Yes.
so 10 minutes. Number 1, John
Used to have long
hair.
used to have long hair. Number 2, he
Didn't used to wear glasses.
he
Puede ser, profe, he always wear o no.
He didn't use
He
to
didn't.
wear glasses.
Didn't use.
Fíjense que en el pasado no usaba. Entonces,
Ah, okay.
Didn't you?
didn't use to
Didn't use to take glasses or to
wear.
to wear.
Wear glasses. Profe, y en la primera, ¿es to have o to has?
Used to have. Luego la preposición to, infinitivos.
Bueno.
Okay. Number 3, he
Didn't used to wear a beard.
Didn't use.
Used to have.
Didn't.
Used to have.
¿Quién da más?
No, didn't use.
Used to have.
Didn't use.
Good.
Didn't use.
Didn't used to have. Okay, porque no solía tener de joven.
Have. Ah, no, no wear. Have. Claro.
Sí, bueno, es un accesorio. Acuérdense que wear.
Claro. Sí, 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 sí.
Okay. 4, he
Used
Used
to
play
football.
¿Practice football? ¿Se puede decir?
he used to practice foot. Yes, it's an option. Yeah, totally.
Okay.
5, and he
He didn't
He didn't use to wear a tie.
Where?
Acá sí, acá lo que
didn't used to. Yes, excellent. This is, now it's excellent. Okay, wonderful. Let's see the sentences. Number 1, affirmative. My sister
used to
hate math, but he loves it
math.
now.
used to hate maths. Excellent. Number 2, question. Where
Did you use to work?
did you used to work? Number 3, I
Didn't used to like vegetables when I was a child.
didn't used to like. Yeah. Number 4,
What did you used to do in the summer holidays when you were young?
yeah, excellent. 5, negative. The British
Didn't used to drink
a lot of coffee.
yes. 6, this building
Used to be a
used
cinema.
to be a cinema.
used to be. Yeah. 7, question.
Did your brother used to teach? Yeah.
Yes. Number 8, I
didn't used to be
a Manchester United fan.
I didn't used to be. 9,
Did Jeff used to have a motorbike?
did he used to have? And number 10,
Telegram used to be all
A way of sending important messages.
Yes, exactly. Excellent. Okay, good job, people. Questions?
No.
No.
About
No.
the reports at school, I wrote in the chat.
You wrote?
I wrote it in the chat about the reports at school. For the stories, the Ken Follett, Princess Diana, Winston Churchill.
Because life may show other things. Look at that. That's true, right? Things may change over time. Oh, that's nice.
Claro.
Teachers make mistakes.
Teachers
Also.
make, yeah, and especially in the past, there was no filter, sadly.
Después la vida muestra otra cosa con los niños. A veces nos equivocamos.
Yeah, that's true. Completely. I agree with you. Okay. Excellent. All right, people. How are you feeling? Burned. Quemados. Me parece que los quemé hoy. So let's revise a bit of homework because I want you to practice passive voice. Okay, that's key now. Okay, because the rest of Unit 10, well, we have seen here used to and then might that are easy. Let's say these topics are easy. And I want to practice speaking next class. Okay?
Okay.
So next class, we are using, well, remember that you actually created some meetings the previous courses. So next week, we are taking those activities back because I want to listen to you, okay? Next class.
Okay.
So homework only the extra practice material, okay? That is going to be homework. And start working with the workbook, okay? Unit 10A, that is passive voice, all right? Because I want that to be clear, okay? Antes de seguir sumando cosas, quiero que practiquen voz pasiva, okay? Para saber que ya no hay dudas con ese tema, okay?